Coming to you weekly from Studio de los Muertos. An audio digest for every mark and stand across the land. You are listening to the Rap and Wrestling Connection.
Alright guys, episode 3 of the Rap and Wrestling Connection.
What's up?
Rap.
Holler.
Josh beat y'all.
Rocky?
JC Dangerously.
We are still in the middle of Yeezy season. Also, right smack dab in the middle of WrestleMania season.
Fastlane was today, right?
Today, yes. We are
Fastlane
recording.
is today. In a few hours.
So you guys know, we typically will record this toward the end of every week. That way we can talk about everything that happened that week. And, prepare. This is, it's going to be weird on pay-per-view days because we're typically going to be recording before every pay-per-view, which means we're going to be talking about it a week after it happened.
And predictions.
Yeah, we get to make predictions up to the minute.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, up
Okay,
to the
well,
minute predictions.
up to the minute.
Just so that the day after Fastlane, we can look like huge fools for being completely wrong. and also we have to live with it the whole week, and we can't talk about it until a week later. So we just have that like lingering over us for the week. So
That's great.
this time next week we'll probably start the show by apologizing. So people heard the show for the first time this week.
Sweet.
Weird.
Yeah, some friends listened to it and they enjoyed it. The theme song, people enjoyed it, but our friend Joe Bags on SoundCloud, he listened to it and he was like, I want to do a theme for you guys.
Really?
So he might, the theme is, I enjoy it, but, don't get used to it because it could change. Our friend Tony in Arizona also said that he would enjoy, he's Tony Tornado on SoundCloud.
What's up, Tony?
He said that he would also enjoy doing a theme. He's done a theme for me before when I did a radio show.
I really hope that Tony comes up with something.
Why don't we produce a joint effort and try to get Joe and Tony to do something together?
Oh my! Wait,
Two great minds in one room.
Joe and Tony would work together. Like, it would be great.
Yeah, it would
be perfect.
They're both very creative, smart guys, funny guys. But anyway, we got a lot of talking to do to get through the week of wrestling. So, where do you suggest we start, Rocky? Dude, Rocky came with like 6 pages of notes, something like that.
We can start with Raw since it was Monday.
Yeah. Well, Dean opened and Steph interrupted, like a mirror of the week before. Dean's getting like so much.
He's becoming a star like these last few SmackDowns.
The whole month, man. Yeah.
It's a month of Dean.
The idea of him and Brock Lesnar tying up at the end of the month has really got people.
I'm more excited for that matchup at WrestleMania if they did that.
Oh man, yeah.
Then more than Bray Wyatt and Brock.
Is that so? Bray and Brock is the rumor for WrestleMania.
Yeah, but they haven't pulled the trigger on it yet since they're doing the Titans of WWE, which we'll get into later.
Well, yeah, I guess if they, all right. So what happened after that? What happened on Raw?
We started off with the Fatal 5-Way match.
Where?
Great. It was action packed.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens got the win. Which is very surprising.
Win over Tyler. Very surprising title change to open Monday Night
Stardust
Raw.
got a big look, too, with the Fatal 5-Way IC.
Yeah, everybody looked good in it.
Yeah.
Everybody got their shit in, man.
Very great.
I really love Jericho right now for the way he's doing. He's putting dude over right now. What's his face?
Styles.
Yeah,
Styles.
I didn't want to say Styles because I thought I'm wrong about that. But
everybody's getting like, there's some good pushes in effect right now. During that Fatal 5-Way, there were like 3 active feuds going on at the same time.
Yeah, you had Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens with Dean and Kevin Owens, the revival of it. Stardust, he was getting the odd one out though.
Tyler and Ziggler, a little bit of that.
Yeah. That was good booking. I was very surprised by that. I groaned when I heard, she did the whole you'll get an F5, it'll be a Fatal 5-Way. Yeah, it
starts right now.
She did good.
I totally noticed the Stephanie grown-up voice you talked about last week.
Everybody's try to do the Vince impersonation, but everybody.
They should just try something different. There's no Vince.
There's one Vince. There's only one Vince.
Yeah, but I groaned when she announced it, but the match itself was solid, dude. All the feuds. And Tyler, I think with a little bit of tweaking, Tyler could be a main event guy.
Think so?
I think if we put him, I mean, Josh already suggested this, but I think if he had a more metrosexual look, instead of this way, way, way over the top.
Cartoony Zoolander.
Cartoony Zoolander look. Yeah. Yeah, if he went to, Josh just waved at me and told me to get something out of my teeth. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys this. And I don't know why that's really particularly important for radio, but apparently it was bothering him so much.
No, a lot of times I'll notice something, or you'll notice something that I haven't noticed, and I haven't said anything, and then you're mad at me.
I'm just the odd man out
right
here.
That was just the one thing. Look, we're not talking about that. I was making a point.
Okay.
Okay.
What was your point again?
Use your phone. You can use a selfie cam for it.
Oh, yeah, the Tyler. We're talking about Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Oh, yeah, Tyler.
Yeah, sorry.
But, if he was dressed up as, the preppy but hipsterish, glasses, job in publishing.
Farnsworth Bentley.
Look.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and came out like that with his hair.
And, he could explain it away and be previously... I was trying something a little high concept, and I didn't expect most people to get it. But this is my attire. Reflects my serious attitude toward fashion. It has nothing to do with my quest to be a champion. So from then on, you just play it down, have him looking crisp, swagged out all the time, legitimately,
like a smart hipster Tumblr look.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Not but don't wink. Do it legit, but don't make a big deal out of it. And just have him looking like Corey Graves. Corey Graves looks
so sharp.
Have him looking like Corey Graves and then just wrecking people. But don't let, one of my favorite things about Tyler is where he won't let the ref touch him.
Yeah.
He's disgusted by anyone touching him.
He's too gorgeous, man.
Just keep up with that, but downplay just downplay the fashion thing in favor of him getting a main event push. He looks awesome. He sounds awesome. He's great in the ring. I love Tyler Breeze, and just with a little bit of tweaking, he could go straight.
I'm so confused about his gimmick though. It's like a Dolph Ziggler mixed with a hint of Jericho mixed with a hint of Billy Gunn.
It's just Zoolander.
But you weren't. Wait, when did you watch NXT now? Yes. When did you start watching NXT?
I just caught it with the past couple weeks.
Uh-huh.
Okay, see, Tyler's character.
Josh showed me some Tyler Breeze clips too. So.
Yeah, there's a whole story arc with Tyler Breeze. I mean, he's a whole. I don't know. Because we watched him a lot on NXT. So, to us, he has this whole backstory, kind of.
What is his backstory?
Not like a backstory, but his attitude, the way he behaves with, I don't know, with other people, his interactions with people, the way his promos go, and his fighting style and all that stuff. And when you see it up close and you get to see him, instead of just being this guy in the ring to actually advance a story with all the background stuff and things like that, he's great at all that. And we've seen a lot of that because we were watching him on NXT. So he seems like a bigger character to us than just...
Oh, yeah. He's a very rich character.
The gimmick has grown with you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, there was a time where he was jobbing a lot because he was just a pretty boy and, he would kind of pull a Miz where he would protect his face, and he's like, don't, and he would, get distracted with that and sacrifice a lot of matches that way. But, then, eventually he got, this mean streak and started, getting a lot more ferocious and
he has it in him.
And stiffer in the ring, and, he looked a lot more threatening, and then he started getting pushed up through NXT. It's a shame he never got the title because, I could see him, putting fur on it and making it disgusting.
Oh my gosh, I imagined what his belt would look like.
Like a pillow.
What? It would look like a pillow.
You'll sleep with it at night.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so wait, we're not talking about any of the things
there was a
Divas
match.
list.
Huh? There was a Divas match between Summer and Paige
Yeah.
Where Summer got a surprise win.
But I want to talk about this Big E Mark Henry match. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
It was kind of iffy and it was awkward. Did Mark Henry injure himself?
Yeah, apparently he hurt his ribs. I mean, they talked about it on Cheap Heat because, I mean, of course, like, Rosenberg is a huge...
Mark Henry stan.
Mark. Mark Stan. Yeah, he said that he talked to Mark Henry and he was like, "You doing okay?" And Mark Henry was like, "Yep," and that's it. So, I mean,
he's a soldier, man.
He's apparently injured, but you know, he's not. It's not detrimental. I don't know. Yeah. We'll never know the truth. You know how that works. But the ending was weird. Big E covered well.
Yes.
Like he recovered the ending of that match where, you know, somebody, you know, other wrestlers of his level of experience might not, you know, have reacted so well to that. Because Big E's not the most experienced guy in WWE.
And he's come a long way.
He might, I mean, he's one of the genuinely successful talents that started in NXT and came up and he's over.
Yeah.
Unlike, you know, some other wrestlers that started in NXT and have gotten a push that aren't so over, that are potentially in the main event of WrestleMania this year.
Which ones? Why don't we just segue into that?
I mean, you know, there's enough Roman Reigns hate on the internet to go around for everybody. I don't need to be so explicit about it all the time.
Fine.
Yeah, that Big E Mark Henry match was weird. There's another Golden Truth bit where, okay, two things happened that I noticed on Raw that were very surprising. Yeah. When they were talking about the musical instruments on the New Day bit, and they talked about recorders, and they were like, "What's a recorder?" And Big E started doing the cock and balls.
You know, yeah, it's like
tribute to Shawn Michaels.
Well, then later on in the Golden Truth bit, Goldust accidentally skeeted all over R-Truth's date with a champagne bottle.
Yes.
I missed that.
It's beginning kind of a little...
It was a very non-PG episode of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, it was.
Don't we love that?
Yeah, I love it.
I'm for it. Yeah, I mean, and I don't know. I mean, I like the Golden Truth thing. They hit more than they miss with that for me. I think it's really funny.
Lately, it's been dragging.
I mean, they need to pull the trigger on it. Maybe they'll get it together at Fastlane.
True.
Something will happen at Fastlane.
Well, maybe they pull the trigger at Mania. But no, I don't think they should though.
No, if they're doing this, they want to build it up to something at Mania. Maybe I don't know. Maybe have New Day against Golden Truth.
I'm not really for that.
I don't know. I don't know why you're building them as a tag team right now. Like,
I'm not really.
Other than we just need tag teams, but you know, nobody wants to see anybody go over the New Day, who are like the big bads of the tag. Excuse me, the tag division. So the tag division is broken.
I mean, it's not nearly as stacked as NXT's tag teams are.
No, NXT's tag teams from the very beginning have been way better since they switched to the format that they're at now, the NXT format. Like, their tag team division has always been stellar. Same as the women's format. Like, they're trying to, you know, do some fundamental stuff.
Yeah, very true.
Let's see what else on Raw.
Styles and
Miz. And how did that end after he knocked out? This was the second time fighting after he knocked out Miz's teeth on SmackDown, right?
Didn't he tap?
Yeah, the calf crusher is really growing on me.
Yeah, another calf crusher win. That's right.
So are we doing away with the Styles Clash? How's that going to work?
They haven't talked about the Styles Clash, and since he did it on Axel at SmackDown, maybe they got enough of the feedback that it looked silly. And so they are backing off of it.
I love the Styles Clash.
It's so convoluted as a finisher. Like, your person has to be, like, they have to be incapacitated enough that they would let you do that, but also, like, able enough to help you do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool in concept, but maybe they just tease it like the Phoenix Splash with Seth Rollins.
Or maybe they're waiting for his WrestleMania moment.
Maybe. So who does he fight in WrestleMania? Could it be Miz? Or could it be a triple threat?
Triple threat for the number one contender for the IC title.
Oh, yeah, and then they could do the IC title match the next night on Monday Night Raw.
Sweet, you're amazing, Josh.
Yeah, that would rule.
Applaud Miz. Miz has been It's
the best storyline of the pay-per-view.
Miz has been working.
And he got praise
hard.
from Mick Foley this past week.
I read that, yeah. Mick Foley had some nice things to say about Miz on his Facebook. That's somebody you should look into, Jane. He's always got something to say. He's a student, and he's a heavy commentator these days on the.
He's a great commentator for NXT
on the state of the business.
Oh,
Mick Foley's Facebook.
Mick Foley's Facebook. Okay.
Yeah,
JR's blog too. JR's, of course, is a.
I haven't read JR's blog, but I usually listen to his podcast.
I listen to it from time to time.
Depends on who's on it most of the time.
I love Mick Foley so much. I would love to meet him.
Oh, he's just, he looks like the sweetest
I met Jim
man.
Ross, just so that everybody out there knows. I met Jim Ross
At an airport in Dallas.
In Dallas.
You got a picture with him, right?
Airport in Dallas. I did get a picture with him. We have, pics or it didn't happen.
It totally happened.
It did totally happen. No, I was looking at. Oh yeah, AJ's the what is it? The Crush thing.
Styles Clash.
Styles Clash. Yeah, I was looking at the Styles Clash, and it does look really,
Styles
really
Crusher.
dumb.
The AJ
And
Crush.
and also, it requires way too much like obvious participation
From the opponent. Yeah.
From the opponent, it doesn't look like in any reality that would be. You know, if somebody's actually trying to get away from you, they would.
I think they should do this. Calf crusher for like the giant
Fastlane.
man, like Kane, Big Show.
That way you can take down the big guys.
Like Roman Reigns size opponents. Roman Reigns can sell the Styles Clash effectively, I think. Because at Royal Rumble, I almost marked out when he did it. When he teased it at the Rumble.
I remember that. Yeah.
He looked pretty good with it. Like Big Show, calf crusher, of course. Kane, calf crusher. Braun Strowman, calf crusher. Like people like that.
Yeah.
So,
Are we ever going to see AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar?
oh my god. Yeah.
Raw. I mean, they did on Raw. They ended up doing another 6-man tag. I never need to see another 6-man tag again.
You know what? Can I take this in a completely different turn that might take up? Anyway, I'll just mention it and you guys give it the go ahead or no. I'm starting to really, really. Like, I like Brock Lesnar. After I've listened to interviews with Brock Lesnar, I've liked him more. But I've just noticed in the last few Raws and then the last pay-per-view, and this pay-per-view particularly, his character is used like this ultimate Deus Ex Machina tool for the Authority to unleash whenever they feel like it. And I think it's been going on too long. It's been going on for a few years now. And I would rather see competition between people who are actually competing as opposed to whenever they feel like it, they can send in someone who makes a competition completely null and void.
But in doing that, when someone does get like any traction on him, it makes them look that much better. Like look at Dean Ambrose in the last month. Mm-hmm. The fact that he, even for a second, looks like he could pose a threat to Brock Lesnar is exhilarating. Yeah.
But what Jane said, I think that actually, I like that storyline. Like Paul Heyman, he works for WWE. He has a commodity with Brock Lesnar. That's his product. And Stephanie McMahon, of course, they have a hatred for Paul Heyman because that one time that was their rival. Yeah. So they have to do business with him. I mean, it is, like you were saying, it is getting dragged along, but that what makes Brock Lesnar, when he appears, he's a special attraction, he's a blockbuster, you know? So when he comes, people are going to get the reaction.
And it gives Paul Heyman like so much leverage.
Yes. Because he has this ultimate destroyer
right, yeah.
on his side.
He's like the Silver Surfer, man.
Yes, he is.
Paul Heyman is the Silver Surfer, everybody.
It's like, okay, fine. I don't know.
I get what you're saying, though.
Also, I don't think that for this to always be, their ace in the hole, I don't think that we get to see enough of Paul Heyman. So, if we're going to have this big baddie that can always crush everything all the time.
WrestleMania season's different, though. You see Paul Heyman all the time.
This is the most we've seen Brock Lesnar since
Paul,
2003.
Yeah, Paul and
we
Brock
are getting to see Brock a lot more. It's just,
it's on SmackDown, dude.
They don't let Brock talk.
You don't want Brock to talk.
No.
I like it when Brock talks.
When
he talks about just
Brock
murdering
does talk,
people.
it is magic. Let's do this.
He did say Suplex City, bitch, last year at WrestleMania.
How can he top that this year, though?
Anyway.
Oh. It's going to be Dean.
Roman, die.
Dude, I'm really excited about that triple threat of Fastlane.
Me too.
I'm really glad that they have kind of simmered on Roman Reigns a little bit in favor of giving Dean a little bit more exposure. That's a really good move.
But why would you want a repeat of last year's WrestleMania season? You know? Why would you want to repeat it? That was bad. And the only thing that made that good is that, like, Brock Lesnar and Roman was surprisingly good. It was a good match.
They really fixed. They fixed the usual chain of events from the Royal Rumble by making it a championship match, because now there was no number one contender leaving Royal Rumble. The boos were sort of mitigated. Mm-hmm. It works, but I mean, the card at Fastlane looks pretty good, and I think they've done a really good job of building it this time. You know, people saying, there's some people in the Square Circle saying they're not excited about it.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
And especially with the news would like come before Fastlane, they were saying they were trying to make it not the WrestleMania, like not the pay-per-view before WrestleMania. It's not like a filler pay-per-view anymore. It feels like something big.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if they do away with the idea that the Royal Rumble creates the number one contender for WrestleMania. If they can somehow disavow that notion completely, that makes Fastlane a way bigger deal because you're still developing a storyline for those 2 months.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing from now on it's still going to be the only pay-per-view since they did away with Elimination Chamber.
So when will we see Elimination Chamber again? It has
maybe they can bring it back as a special attraction gimmick instead of making it a pay-per-view.
Yes,
do it
I hate getting pay-per-views. That's horrible.
Yeah, do it like they used to do Hell in a Cell.
Yes, like this is the ultimate end to this feud.
Right.
Between the 6 men.
Yeah, the 6-man feud.
Yeah. This stack feud.
One thing that they really dropped the ball with, and I know that they did it for marketing instead of any other reason, is there's no match for the New Day at Fastlane.
Yes, I noticed that.
They're doing an interview for Edge and Christian.
I'm tired of the old uncles. They need to go away.
I mean, yeah, them. Jericho's better right now. Jericho
Cool Dads is awesome.
Jericho's doing some solid work right now
with Miz and Styles. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like in the ring, he's looking good, dude.
I'm not a big fan of shameless plugs. I don't like. They're just basically plugging.
Yeah, they don't need to anyway. We're watching. We're already buying the product.
Yeah, they showed a commercial 5 times during the event.
I did a rant. I kind of have a series of articles that I've been doing on Squared Circle.
Josh beat y'all?
Josh beat y'all. I did it the second one. I did the second one last. Speaking of shameless plugs that you hate. No, I did one last night. Called it was Crazy Person Rant number 2 on Squared Circle, and it's the name of the article was the Edge and Christian show that totally reeks of awesome show. Great job. Because it looks like, Edge and Christian are doing the corny uncle attempt at something cool, and they're trying to make an awesome show ripoff that even has awesome in the title of the show. And it looks like they're using a lot of the same tropes from Tim and Eric, sketch comedy. Sometimes there's puppets. Yeah. A lot of the production quality is a part of the humor.
They got a lot of cosigns with this, appearances. They have this pretty stacked. Have you seen it, the commercial?
I mean, it's mostly just people from.
Yeah.
And by the way, in the commercial, the funniest joke is John Cena saying the word no.
Yes.
Go back and watch it. John Cena's the funniest part of the whole commercial.
The funniest part for me was Triple H and McMahon.
Oh, the puppets.
He
calls him Dad.
That's the way I think of their relationship. That awkward Dad.
That I like. No, I'm with both of those. I like the puppets, and but I definitely like the John Cena.
Yeah, that was
things.
really awesome.
Both John Cena things. John Cena as a puppet and real John Cena.
Period. John Cena outside the ring. It's awesome.
Funny.
He's one of the most entertaining people, charismatic.
And so entertaining.
I miss you so much, John Cena. Come back to me.
It's
the Messiah.
Well, right. And he's getting into movies, and now is he gonna rock?
Oh, don't say that.
What were y'all?
But he always said that he wanted to stay around the business some type of way. So he's not gonna leave.
He's not gonna leave WWE. No.
How rock?
John Cena will end up being a commissioner.
Really?
He'll end up being a general manager in his 50s.
I'm cool with John Cena being behind the scenes.
He'll be like Arn Anderson.
Yes, because if John Cena on screen it takes away from, I don't know, because if John Cena's on screen, he has to be in the ring.
You're right. Yeah, and not only does he have to be in the ring, all eyes are going to be on him. He can't help it. So
he gets a reaction.
They would have to take him out of the picture entirely for the picture to evolve.
It's kind of like the ruthless aggression with when Stone Cold was the GM. Stone Cold on screen, he's going to get a reaction.
He almost couldn't do any job at all.
It's kind of like when you have like tributes to other wrestlers. You don't bring out the big marquee names like Stone Cold and Rock. It's gonna take away from the like the tribute, you know?
Right.
So
we were talking about John Cena and his recovery.
Yeah.
Do you have? I mean,
he was on Daytona 500 today.
You said he was the pace car.
Yeah, it was the pace car.
Yeah.
And he talked. Can we look that up? Let's look that up. About him, what he said like his like the magic 8 ball. We'll see about his recovery time.
Oh,
he's so he plants these seeds in our head like he's coming back next week.
I know, man. Oh, he's great.
I love Justin.
And then he also teased on Twitter a secret opponent for. Well, we're talking about the Undertaker because this week didn't Meltzer say that it was someone that
not active on the roster right now.
Not active on the roster.
That could be Cena.
Not a part-timer.
Okay.
And not old, like between like a certain age range that's like not old.
So it's Cena. Right?
Cena's on the active roster. He's just injured.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't. But Cena teased somebody else for it.
Let's rank Undertaker's opponents. Give me your top 3.
Who could it be that would just like
number 3
destroy reality?
Yeah. Start from bottom.
Number 3 would be John Cena.
Okay.
Number 3.
Why wouldn't why?
Because number 2 would be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You're reaching.
You said you said any.
Yes, I know.
And he could come back for one more match. Now I don't know if the two of them at that age would be any good.
Who carries the match?
Yeah, exactly.
Undertaker has to, right? Because Stone Cold's been away so long.
Right. I don't think Stone Cold can be bought.
No. If Stone Cold's going to come back, it's going to be the most meaningful thing for his character and for the business.
Yeah, he's going to make it stick.
Yeah, and this is going to be something that we're going to be feeling for the next few months.
He couldn't see. The thing is he couldn't.
Oh,
he couldn't fight Austin at WrestleMania. I mean, he couldn't fight Undertaker at WrestleMania because no one can lose that match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so one of them would have to go out on their back. They would probably fight over who lost the match. You know, from a political standpoint.
Stone Cold Luke takes the L, right? He puts Undertaker over, right? He has to.
Undertaker's last match.
But yeah, it's true. But why would Stone Cold get a dub?
What?
Why would he get a W? Like a win over Undertaker?
See, and that's why I don't think, because neither one can win and neither one can lose in either scenario. Yeah.
What's number 1?
CM Punk, dude.
Oh, again, 2?
Dude, if he came back,
I like 1. 1 was really surprising.
If he came back and then beat the Undertaker in the Undertaker's last match, and then he's like Seth Rollins, you know, he immediately enters as the top heel.
Yes.
And then you have everybody in the company hates him, even the other heels, because he stole their spotlight. So then you have every match from CM Punk versus AJ Styles, CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, to CM Punk versus Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens is pissed that, you know, somebody's crowding the top now.
He's going to be a great heel for the next few years.
KO?
Yes.
There's rumors online that they want to push him like to the top.
He can be that guy.
Absolutely, he can.
So you're saying this CM Punk UFC thing is a work alert, people?
Yeah, I think. Well,
you know, somebody
I can tie into that, but
you saw somebody posted on Squared Circle like yesterday or the day before that it was a reminder, like that 2 years ago or something, like a couple of years ago, Vince said something in a conference call about CM Punk leaving the company.
Yeah.
Was it before CM Punk left?
No, it was after.
Oh, okay.
It was the anniversary, wasn't it? It's been 2 years.
Has it been 2 years? Yeah, Thanksgiving was 2 years.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, he left when Batista won.
He left Royal Rumble 2013. Yeah. Yep. Kane pulled him over after Kane had already been eliminated, and then we never saw CM Punk in the WWE ever again.
My 3 opponents: Goldberg, I would love to see a Goldberg Undertaker feud.
As a Kevin Nash mark, I hate Goldberg. Just as a mark, like from a mark level, like he was so protected in WCW, man. It's I mean,
so you're telling me
I never saw any of his WWF stuff, WWE stuff.
So you're telling me if you see a camera backstage
and
they revealed the name on the door, he busts out with his biker leather jacket. Undertaker's in the ring now. He comes to the ring. You're not gonna mark out.
No, and then he stands
Undertaker's neck and he spears him.
He stands under the sparks of the pyro and he just like washes him in fire and he doesn't care because he's an unstoppable beast.
Yes, that's awesome.
You're right. Shit.
2.
Okay.
Sting. That's
Sting
like
and
the
Undertaker
dream. That's the dream match. Even though guys are up in age, it's still.
Yeah, that's what makes it a better match.
Yes, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because they're better matched like that. I like that.
Like
farewell.
Two old,
the
old gods fighting.
Old gods punching it out.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sting goes over.
I have a question.
It's like the Austin thing. Though,
True.
like,
that's very true.
At a certain point,
that's very true. Yeah, they both lose.
Neither person deserves the rub. Like neither one needs it.
But they both win because they put on a dream match and the fans win.
Dude, if Undertaker's last match had been at WrestleMania 30, that would have been the best.
Yeah, it would have been.
Just because we were there?
Well, no, just because Brock Lesnar got the eternal rub.
Yes.
And he was now. Because, like, 100% of his monster status that you are, kind of tired of at this point comes
from that.
Yeah, it comes from him beating. Not only that, it comes from Paul Heyman. Next night,
Heyman,
the Raw after WrestleMania 30, where he starts with a whole, my client Brock Lesnar defeated the Undertaker's undefeated streak of WrestleMania.
That was like one of the best promos in the last recent years.
One of my favorite jokes I ever heard in that, where he's like, "Knock knock, who's there? Mike who? Mike client Brock Lesnar defeated the Undertaker's." Anyway,
but Undertaker, in my opinion, he should have left at the end of the era match with Shawn Michaels and Triple H. That's the best ending. The Hell in a Cell, the two guys that created this match. They get this best, probably one of the best gimmick matches in the business. They should have left. Shawn Michaels is walking up the ramp with him. It's just the best way to end it, And then you tease us with the end of the era, and was the end of the era. They came back the next WrestleMania.
It's all revisionist history. They can fix it in post.
Just like they didn't want to, like when they was building this Brock Lesnar Undertaker feud with the Hell in a Cell. These guys fought in the Hell in a Cell before,
Mm-hmm.
So, Goldberg.
Sting.
Number 1, John Cena.
Yes, I was going to say John Cena. I'm going to go with your list. I need to think of one. I really agree with your 1 and 2. I don't know what my 3 would be.
Sting and John Cena.
Sting and John Cena absolutely had already gone through my mind.
John Cena and Undertaker would be an awesome.
John Cena versus Undertaker would be light versus dark.
The Excellence Award.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to that much. What is up with the... what is it even called? It's like
Vincent J. McMahon. And guess what? Cena, Undertaker, it's rumored Undertaker is expected to be at Fastlane or Raw.
Uh-huh.
Undertaker gets the award, and next thing you know is... John Cena comes out. Crowd goes crazy. I deserve this award. I've been holding this.
No, you're not gonna do a Cena.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
yeah, the ultimate Kanye.
Oh, that did it. I just came all over the table.
We just bust a Mark-gasm.
Yeah, dude. If he came out and was like, "Why don't your boy love John Cena?
Yeah.
How about John Cena?
I've been holding this company on my back for the past 15 years.
Where you been, Undertaker?
Yeah, 10 years.
You're an old man.
Yeah, I deserve this award.
What about?
Oh, vice versa. They both can do it.
Wait, what about instead of Goldberg? Why wouldn't we have H against Taker?
We've seen that so many times.
I mean, but then
Triple H just gonna win?
Dies for real on stage. That's cool, right?
So
that can happen.
We have a shoot murder where Triple H murders Undertaker for shoot.
Yes.
And then we work that.
Thank you. This goes out to everyone who wonders why I like wrestling.
It worked, man. Fucks with your head. Is he really dead? But he actually is dead because he's a dead man.
He is dead.
Yeah, he is
so
dead.
Your story wouldn't make any sense, James.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it would
be
could
double
work,
dead.
Josh, he's actually dead.
You can't kill him.
He's
Jane.
died so many times, though.
Jane, I'm telling the Undertaker what you said about him.
Oh, God. He's going to come out.
And he's gonna come over here
The
tonight.
lights gonna go
He's
off in the
gonna
apartment.
come over here tonight and get me.
Yeah.
He's gonna come eat me.
I called him and he's
called
coming
him
over.
up.
Jane, you want to give your 3 opponents for Undertaker 32?
That's what I said.
Oh.
They're the same as yours.
H, Undertaker?
Except H
Okay.
instead of Goldberg.
That's a
but
bad
except and in the H versus Goldberg. And by the way, I haven't seen as many H versus Goldberg
True.
matches as you guys have.
Or
so
just Goldberg.
that I mean, no H versus the Undertaker
I've
matches
seen
as
other
you
ones.
guys have. But anyway, but I just like the idea of them fighting and then Undertaker actually dying. So, but not the first two. They could just fight. They could just, yeah.
He's really dead, Michael.
Okay, so I didn't make many notes from NXT this week, but I do want to talk about the main event, which was Samoa Joe, Sami Zayn, number one contenders match. This is a rematch. Did you see what happened with the last number one contenders, the triple threat?
Yeah.
Or
The double submission.
The double submission.
The double berry for Baron Corbin.
That is what Shoemaker would call a schmoz.
That was a double berry.
Yeah, Corbin's buried. That's it. He just went like a rung down on the
That's
kayfabe
a
ladder.
bad berry. You got buried twice.
Yeah,
In one
at
match.
the
In one
same
finish.
exact moment in one finish, you got buried twice. But then this week they put on what Steve Austin would call a clinic. Mm-hmm. It was like some mat wrestling,
That power slam was amazing.
heavy
Like,
psychology.
Joe.
Those two of the best storytellers you'll ever see in the ring together.
It is.
And I'm excited because the rumor is that the rematch is an hour long.
Which seems ridiculous. These
Some
people
people-
will die.
Some people are saying that
Death.
kids were walking out mid-match and they didn't like it. And then some people were saying like it's a 5-star classic wrestling match.
What, this Zayn and Joe?
This upcoming Sane Joe match that's apparently like an hour long. I'm really excited about seeing it.
So it's already taped, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've taped all the way up to TakeOver Dallas,
Okay.
which will be live.
Oh, God. Really?
Yeah. TakeOver Dallas will be live on Saturday
Oh, yeah.
night, WrestleMania Sunday night, Raw Monday night.
But it's not... Sometimes we gotta... The kids are gonna be kids, you know? You can't... You got like... This NXT is more for, like, grown-ups and teenagers, you know?
I have issues with the NXT crowd.
What are the issues?
They're
I mean, we talked about it
they
a little
like
bit last
attention.
week. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot.
They'll
and-
put over anything just to be the thing
That's
that
true.
put it over.
They put themselves over before the
and
match.
they definitely put themselves over a lot.
More so than the main roster crowd.
Oh, they'll derail a show like with stupid chants.
Main roster crowd, they're more polite to a certain extent.
Depends on what town.
Yeah, true. Chicago, no, not so. Chicago is awesome. They're gonna voice their opinion.
Philly.
They're gonna voice their opinion. New York is it can go either way. It's a tweener crowd.
It's because you got a lot of different New York crowds. You got Brooklyn. You got
And New York is
MSG.
spoiled because the WWE history that's been been held there. You know.
oh yeah. That's like the hometown. It's
So they're
close.
kinda- yeah, true.
Um,
So what are you saying? I was thinking it's gonna lead to like a fatal 4-way or a triple threat, but it's already taped. So
no, I think they're definitely doing a championship match at
a singles.
at Dallas. Yeah, and I think that. I mean, I really think that Sami Zayn, this is his time. He's going to end up going over Samoa Joe. We'll see in the hour-long match. But then I think he's going to beat Finn Balor at TakeOver Dallas, and Finn Balor's going to turn heel and maybe just join the main roster after that. Maybe debut on Monday night.
And then
we get the Bullet Club.
the Balor Club.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Why
It'll
you
be
would
so
do-
sweet. For life.
Well, that would be.
Speaking of that, Carl Anderson has told.
So we got Carl Anderson coming. Machine Gun Kelly, is he hasn't confirmed yet?
He's coming too.
He's coming too.
That's Carl Anderson. Doc is Carl Anderson.
Oh,
Like no, I'm joking. Like that's one person.
wait.
Doc Gallows. Like this tag team from Bullet Club.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gallows and
Yeah, Carl Anderson.
yeah. Okay. See, I need to watch all of that.
I haven't been watching it, but just keep up with it. Just read it.
I want to watch Access. I wish I had Access TV so I could watch New Japan with JR announcing.
Oh, yeah.
You know he's announcing there now.
Yeah.
On Access, on New Japan World or whatever it's called. So, Wade Barrett announced that he is not, or he hasn't announced it, but news has gotten out that
They say he's like becoming a soccer announcer.
He requested to not renew his contract. So when his contract's up in like 4 months or 2 months or however long it is, Wade Barrett will be leaving the WWE. And you say he's interested in being a soccer announcer?
What they say.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good.
And if he knows what he's doing, like
he has untapped
knows
potential, man.
Dude, yeah, he's very charismatic, very smart.
He can be like a top heel.
Yeah, when we started watching back, he wasn't around, and then they just started the Bad News Barrett gimmick. Why they dropped that, I have no idea, but he could have made
I just like the Wade Barrett gimmick, just period, just him being himself. I think the bad news, it was kind of like holding him back, his potential. 'Cause he was great as like a leader of Nexus.
But see, they dropped the Bad News gimmick in favor of the King Barrett gimmick, which was even worse.
Yes. It was just like King Booker or Jace.
It didn't work until
King Booker. That seemed cooler.
I didn't watch it, but I can imagine the King Booker run was pretty awesome.
Yes, it was really awesome.
It looks amazing. Well, the little like supercuts and stuff I've seen of him.
His wife, Charmel, she was really good too. She was really good.
But all right, on SmackDown this week, Ronaldo wasn't there. They had Cole again.
Thursday Night Raw.
You even had Brock Lesnar there. KO started with the announced crew.
Yes, and he shoved the title in Michael Cole's face.
I loved it. Every bit of the Michael Cole KO stuff. Sasha and Becky are in an alliance now, and I dig it.
You like it?
Yeah, just because they're like
Sasha's gonna screw her over.
Well, yeah, but they're not making any like neither one's pretending to be the other's friend. They've come out and said it like we're not friends, but we hate to lose, so we're going to team up and beat.
So that way, when it does happen, it's not a shocker.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a shocker to anyone that Sasha turns on Becky. But I don't know if you listen to much of Austin's podcast.
From time to time,
he had something to say about Becky's promos. Because Becky like lost a match on Raw or SmackDown, and then like 10 minutes later she was in a promo and she was like happy-go-lucky, and he was like, "Man, you got to sell that match. You got to sell it like you just lost. You got to be upset about that." And she mentioned it on Twitter that she heard, she's like, "I hear you, Steve," and then her promo changed, and she's been a different wrestler ever since. And so now when you see Becky in a promo before or after a match, it's either about how she wants to win, how she has won, or she's like devastated that she lost and she won't let it happen again. And like it's changed her focus as a character, and it's made her a much better character. And I think that she's starting to get over quicker as a result of that little tweak.
Yeah, it does help because like she can be kind of. I like Becky though.
I love Becky, man. She's great.
She's great.
Steampunk Leprechaun.
Okay, there was a really awesome promo on SmackDown too with Dean and Roman and Paul.
Dean and Paul Heyman's promo was awesome.
Talk about a rub, dude.
Yes, he said like you're throwing me off my game,
which
and
is like
Paul Heyman saying that
the unflappable,
yes,
inscrutable.
Yeah, that was
Paul Heyman.
That was the best rub?
Whoa! You're throwing me off my game.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. And Dean's just looking like
I love that
Rowdy Piper, man.
He's like a badass cowboy.
He's so bad.
Oh no, he's becoming a star, man.
Yeah.
We're watching this man blossom into something amazing.
Yeah,
we should really.
We saw Seth Rollins do it first. Seth Rollins didn't have much of a choice.
Yes,
but he grabbed that brass ring.
He did,
and he became one of the greatest heels of all time. And then, he became the man.
He's the man. Do it.
The man.
I miss the man.
I'm probably gonna have to cut that out completely. It's gonna clip like a motherfucker. But right now Dean is turning into a superstar.
But things
with a lowercase s, an actual superstar.
Things can change. By next week, he could be buried.
By next week, his shoulder could be dislocated.
True.
And he'll be out for 2 months.
Yeah.
Let's cross our fingers. Knock on wood, Dean.
Knock on the table. Yeah. As far as wrestling notes, man, that's really all I've got this week. I still haven't watched. We still have a lot of catching up to do with Lucha Underground. I just got a massive spoiler about a debut recently, and I wish I hadn't read it. But that's what you do. That's what happens when you go on Reddit. Things get spoiled. We've got more Yeezus.
Yeah.
It just never stops with this guy.
Some good music been dropping lately.
Dude, yeah. Did
you check out the Carlton? The Currency and Alchemist.
I haven't listened to that yet. I need to.
Inspiration with Action Bronson. Oh my god.
I do love Alchemist, and we've talked about Currency before on the show. I like him a lot. I did hear that Jay Dilla track.
With the one that Nas leaked out?
The vocal track?
It's called A Diary, right?
Yeah.
I haven't checked it out.
That is not a leak.
It isn't?
Mass Appeal is putting that out.
That's Nas' label.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nas is putting out a Jay Dilla rap record, man. He's rapping. When he says vocal, that's what he means. Like, it's a rap record.
Oh, I didn't know you said vocal.
Introduction is on Pitchfork, the opening track, and man, like Dilla, he
was very underrated.
As a rapper, yes.
Yeah, no, not as a producer. Don't.
That's like saying Yoda's underrated as a producer. Like nobody's gonna underrate Jay Dilla. So the SNL rant. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Did you see? Listen to Deadpool's?
We're gonna play that at the end of the show. No, I didn't hear. Deadpool did one too. Oh,
have
wow!
you seen the movie yet?
Yeah.
It's great.
We just saw it.
Awesome.
It's so funny.
It's so funny and it's
That
so
movie-
great. And Ryan Reynolds has always been awesome.
He's always great. It's a better makeup for Green Lantern, which was pretty bad.
Yeah, and what he did is Deadpool and the Wolverine.
I should know it was really good.
But, that was a record-breaking movie, man.
Yeah, I should know it was going to be good. They checked my ID. I was like, this movie must be really awesome.
Yeah, no kidding.
It is really violent.
Yeah.
Highest
NC-17.
opening rating R movie ever.
Was it in R?
It's basically close to NC-17.
Yeah, it got to like just scrape by in the R rating.
They had to cut. They maybe cut some nudity out. I remember when Boogie Nights came out. They told Paul Thomas Anderson that he had to cut some of the sex out of the movie for it to be an NC-17 to go down from NC-17 to rated R. And I remember him talking about it in an interview, and he's like, "It's really fucked up that I made this movie and they want me to cut out all of the sex in order for it to be an R rating, but they never said anything about any of the violence." And he's like, "It's okay to, like, people would much rather see someone walk into a room and open fire on a crowd of people than someone walking into a room masturbating." It's like, what kind of world do we live in where, like, violence is more acceptable than sex?
It's just the U.S.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're obsessed.
Yeah, we're obsessed with violence. Our entire culture was built on it.
Yeah, hence why we're doing a wrestling podcast.
We wouldn't be on this continent if it weren't for lots and lots of violence. And that's for every person of every race on this continent.
It's amazing.
All right, so there was a leaked tweet during the Twitter Yeezus rant. Remember we talked about that? Yeah.
It's work.
An annotated tweet got through.
A genius style tweet.
Yeah, an annotated tweet that had notes about the content. It was posted and then quickly deleted.
You got caught. You got caught.
During his whole
best marketing tool.
You got caught. You got caught.
Yeah, Kim's working with him. Kim and Chloe are working with him to make his social media airtight. That's their artistic medium, man. They're Twitter artistes.
I mean, he married one, so he doesn't necessarily have to pay them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Kim's helping him. But the whole thing, I'm broke. Like, I'm broke. Help me. I need $53 million. Mark Zuckerberg, give me $1 billion.
He liked a post.
I just saw that.
What did the post say? Like, Mark Zuckerberg, if you're going to talk about Mark Zuckerberg, at least use his social media app.
Yeah, and then he liked it. Right.
Yeah, it's true.
It's pretty funny. Nobody, I don't know.
My computer's being bizarre right now, but I have information on several of these things. Let's see.
But then he's like, just so you know, I'm still personally rich and can afford to buy furs and houses for my family. So I'm just glad that Kanye West is trying to provide what matters. You know,
he does.
Food, water,
and furs.
It's like he says.
I see it. It's like perhaps the fathers, and then in
I remember that tweet too.
Suggestion: the fathers out there, or just perhaps fathers, can relate to this.
Yeah.
Did you see that tweet live?
Okay.
Live on the feed?
No, I didn't see it when it happened on the feed. Somebody posted it on Hip Hop Heads, and that's where the idea that the whole Twitter work came from.
Nobody saw it.
Yeah, nobody saw it in real time, but somebody saw it and got a screen.
He does tweet. He tweets at scary hours.
You know he doesn't sleep. Yeah. Especially right now, he's off his Lexapro. That album, we're seeing, I mean, between the album and the last 3 weeks of activity, we're seeing a genius in the middle of a severe manic episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you hear what Rhyme Fest said?
Yeah. That he needs help, like he needs new...
And Deion Sanders said something too about him too.
Really?
Yeah, he said something like he like if he needs help, they're reaching out to him.
Like, you need to go and get help. You need some counseling.
Yeah, he does.
Maybe, but at the same time...
He has involved from like...
At the same time, that could also just be people playing into the media narrative that Kanye West is crazy.
Because Rhyme Fest and Kanye, they have on screen, it seems like an off-on relationship, friendship.
Right.
But I bet behind closed door, Rhyme Fest and Kanye, Rhyme Fest is a big part of the reason why Kanye is where he is now, you know?
And he could just be, like Chance called his ex, a pillar of salt.
Great verse, by the way.
Dude, yeah. It might be the best verse on the whole album.
Yes.
And it opens the album.
Yes.
Man.
Big cosign. That's a big cosign. A big rub, man.
He met Kanye West. He's never going to fail.
Did you see the Saturday Night Live performance?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It was. Yeah. Dude.
And think about it. I like the last line he said where he like Little Channel from 79th. Mm-hmm. He came a long way. He's on stage with Kurt Franklin, Kelly Price, Kanye West, and El DeBarge on Saturday Night Live. The whole world's watching them. You know, it's a great look, man.
It's a good album. It's not the. I mean, it's not the best Kanye.
Not Dark Twisted Fantasy.
It's not Yeezus.
That's like Pusha T said. That's God level rap.
Yeah.
Dark Twisted Fantasy is God level rap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Dark Twisted Fantasy is amazing. I'm sure you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing.
I took a picture.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I look at the picture at night.
I have this deluxe edition of my Dark Twisted Fantasy. And
But
it's
Amazing.
Whereas Kanye is like a genius curator and producer and marketer and salesman, even if Tidal is a horrible idea that deserves to fail and die.
Nobody likes Tidal.
Nobody's buying it, dude.
Like the video, you seen the video, the paparazzi, when he's like, somebody yells like, "Nobody likes Tidal."
Oh, that's hilarious. No, I didn't.
And he broke up a paparazzi fight, man. Yeah, check that out.
Who broke up? Wait,
Kanye did.
Kanye
He
broke
said,
up.
"Guys,
What?
hug it out."
Kanye.
Yes.
See,
this is a work. It's all a work.
it's
man.
all a work, man.
It is all
The
a
head
work.
bump on the
How
the
do you
stop
guys
sign.
not
work.
know that this is all a work?
It's all a work.
Stanley Kubrick.
How do
Yay.
you?
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How can
Don't
you-
fuck with me.
Look, how can you guys not know that this is all a work?
Don't
He
fuck with
says
me.
that it's. He says that.
I think
it's
we're
a
gonna
work.
change our podcast name to Kanye and Wrestling.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, no, all right. I did have something to say about a rapper that's not Kanye. All right, and I mentioned the J Dilla single Rules. I'm looking forward to more J Dilla rap music.
And we did mention the currency.
You mentioned Currency. I want to say it's been since last Sunday we haven't talked about Kendrick's performance at the Grammys, man.
Amazing. Did you read that he has like
Yes.
a lot of unreleased tracks that he performed live because of sample clearances,
and he keeps them just to play on TV.
He's taking.
I'm telling you,
the
man.
God MC.
He's the Andre 3000 that we need.
Oh.
Like he's Andre 3000, except get this, he raps.
True. And
I'm not saying
he doesn't
that
back
Andre,
vocals on.
I'm not saying Andre
tease.
can't rap, but he doesn't.
That's such a tease.
It's such bullshit.
That's like having DX and NWO at WrestleMania 30 and nobody dukes it out like that a full match, like a tease.
That's a tease.
Tease. It was a tease.
They were at 31, and they didn't do
Or
it.
31, yeah.
Yeah.
Tease.
Yeah. Man, Kanye, you know what I said to Jane the other day? I was like, you know what Big Boy's been doing this whole time? He's been rapping.
He released like 4 albums
Yeah.
since then.
And Speaker Box is better than Love Below. I'm sorry.
Speaker Box is better than Love Below.
No.
Love Below is inconsistent.
It is very inconsistent.
It is consistent, but it's a messy masterpiece. She lives in my lab. You have Prototype. That's stretch.
Prototype.
You guys-
Was,
You have a
Dracula's Wedding is
Yes.
funky as hell.
And Vibrate. Oh my God.
Prototype.
Vibrate.
And then the singles, man.
Yes.
Roses and Hey Ya. Hey Ya was like a new kind of music at the time.
Yeah, it was. Paved the way for like 808s and Heartbreaks.
Whoa.
I think so.
Yeah, Kanye West. These two photographers were like getting in a fight trying to get pictures of him, and Kanye just stepped in and was like, "Hey guys, just stop, man. Just stop fighting like this. This is not, this isn't worth it. Just hug it out, bros." It was crazy.
Okay,
Yeah,
honestly,
But I had some other interest.
in 20 or 30 years, the only thing that's going to matter is that he put out some great records.
Yes.
We're going to remember those records for a long time.
Yes.
See,
yes, we are.
I made a mistake. Like I said last week, I've made the mistake of trying to talk to people about Kanye West in like a polite conversation in public.
Just take away Kanye West the person and just give him Kanye West the artist. You cannot deny he doesn't make great music, He doesn't make great music.
Well, you still shouldn't try to talk to people about it because they still really hate him.
Yeah, they just see the public image.
They're buying a media narrative.
Play So Appalled. Or Jesus Walks or Never Let Me Down.
I love Kanye.
I love Kanye.
That's
so
I love Kanye.
I love you like Kanye.
Loves Kanye.
Oh, dude.
That's like, I think he's been reading like Reddit posts and seeing the memes. Cause like I think he got this.
He's just on top of it, man.
Do you know what that reminded me of? And I know that this is really big. So, that little track reminded me of Her Majesty. At the end of the Abbey Road.
Oh,
the end of Abbey Road. This very little simple tune with like simple lyrics that it's a little bit unfinished, but it's just like a piece of poetry and it's really, really delightful. And I love that little Kanye, like, love rant. Yeah, Kanye's Kanye.
That's me.
Rant.
He's talking to me on that song too.
Yeah.
He's talking to all his true fans. Like, I love the old Kanye. But I love the new Kanye too.
I love the old Kanye.
He's so complicated,
not the new
man.
Kanye.
So let's make some predictions. What's the card looking like for Fastlane? We're gonna watch it in just a little while.
Are we gonna have a wager?
Terrible.
No, I don't bet
Wait,
things.
seriously, who do you guys think are in Fastlane? Because I have looked it up, and
All right, let's
the
go match for
only
match.
official matches in Fastlane on any other site are Triple H versus Fastlane main event winner. Wait, this is for
WrestleMania.
That's for WrestleMania. Sorry,
Pay-per-view.
Sorry, wrong pay-per-view, guys.
Yeah,
it's
why is
Kalisto versus Del Rio.
why on the pre-show? Why is that on the pre-show?
Yeah, that's on the pre-show. Fuck that
And
shit.
you have built this title up, and Kalisto has had a lot of steam. It just derails all the plans.
They're just trying to get people to tune in early, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's just...
Nobody watches the pre-show.
But I hate that because I just like to look at Alberto Del Rio. And Kalisto does really cool
Kalisto
things in
is
the ring.
dynamite.
So I think that I would like that match. So we're going to have to watch the previews.
I predict Kalisto.
I predict Kalisto just because they're putting him over so hard right now.
But
But
Sin Cara's back.
I like this. It's like Alberto Del Rio is holding back all the
Swerve.
time. Swerve what?
Sin Cara screws Del Rio out. Screws Kalisto out of the match.
What?
And then you have a Lucha Dragon feud at WrestleMania.
But they're not both Lucha Dragon. Are they Lucha Dragon?
But Sin Cara has no drawing power, man.
But that can give him drawing power. People would tune in. They're like, oh, Sin Cara is a crazy-ass, jealous friend.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Del Rio gets his strap back. But who would
What
Del Rio
does
feud?
what does Del Rio do at WrestleMania?
Oh, it's a 2 out of 3 falls
Cena.
match.
No.
It's 2 out of 3.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
2
about
out
that.
of 3 falls, man. I love 2 out of 3 falls.
Yeah, I
matches,
like them
man.
too.
I like him better than Last Man Standing matches.
That's my favorite gimmick.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. 2 out of 3 falls, man. That and a ladder match.
A traditional ladder match.
Yeah. Like a ladder match is the most legit way to like.
I don't think you have to put emphasis
Win
on
a
the
belt.
TLC match. Because a ladder match is going to incorporate tables and chairs automatically. Because there's no disqualification.
Yeah, that's true. But traditional ladder match where you're just trying to get a belt off the top of a ladder, like
awesome.
it's so cool.
All right. Okay. Number 2. Dean, that triple threat match. Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
It's the main event
It's
match.
yeah.
In the real world, Brock Lesnar wins that match.
Yeah.
But in kayfabe,
Roman wins.
So and he pins Dean.
Josh, who do you have for the
Roman? I think Roman's gonna win it. And then
do you think Roman's gonna win it? And see, I think there's Roman's, a real chance that Ambrose could pin Roman.
They've been teasing that a lot this week too.
Something could happen to get Brock Lesnar out of the scene because he doesn't have to actually be pinned.
True, just like it's
just
to Royal Rumble match.
Somebody has to pin somebody, and what if Ambrose pins?
I'm glad that there's not a Money in the Bank briefcase right now.
That is a big equalizer.
Yeah,
I like that.
I forgot. That is true.
They have to pull a trigger on something.
They got rid of that early.
Very true. Good point. That just changed my mindset of a lot of things now.
That and it won't be the same ending as last year. It absolutely won't be because there's no briefcase.
No, absolutely not. We don't have anybody with a golden
ticket. There's no dark horse. We have a legitimate winner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if Roman won this match and then face Triple H at WrestleMania, it doesn't even matter who wins with that match. I'm not even paying attention. We might end up with Brock versus Dean at WrestleMania in a singles match, and that would be awesome. No matter who won. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Make it a
no holds bar. No hold bar.
Make it a no DQ match, a false count anywhere match. They wouldn't do that at WrestleMania.
They had before.
They did. You're right with a hardcore match at 17.
17. Remember they had the street fight between Mick Foley, hardcore match with Edge, and then Triple H and Undertaker was a no holds bar.
Jeez.
A couple years ago, for his first shot at the streak.
See, that'd be awesome. Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose, no holds barred.
Yes.
Okay, so your predictions for Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns. You're Roman.
Yeah, I'm saying Roman's gonna pin.
You are.
Roman's gonna pin Dean, whether I like it or not.
Roman's gonna pin Dean. Okay. What do you think, Rocky?
I don't know, man.
It's hard.
Either way, because these are three of the top talents on the roster right now.
Yeah.
And you never want to go against Brock. I never want to go against Brock. 30 showed me never go against Brock in anything. But
SummerSlam the next year.
And that showed
the
me
death of Super Cena.
Yes.
That was beautiful.
So, but Ambrose, I don't think they pulled the trigger on Ambrose Sting yet.
No.
So I'm going Roman.
Roman's
it's not
gonna
full
pin
steam Dean.
It's still kind of iffy, It still doesn't feel right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So Roman over at the triple threat. What else is happening?
Who you got, Jane?
I think Ambrose.
You go Ambrose?
I think Ambrose is going to be the dark horse pin on Roman.
And then he's going to face Triple H at WrestleMania and win. Are we giving Dean the WrestleMania moment?
It's entirely possible, but you're probably right that Roman Reigns is going to win. I just want Dean Ambrose to win.
And then, I meant to tell you guys, it's a teaser poster out of John Cena. They'll know if it's fake or not with Roman Reigns being at the top, the picture of the WrestleMania logo with Triple H, and at the bottom is Undertaker and Cena. So,
tease.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'm calling a tease.
Me too.
Okay, Charlotte and Brie.
Charlotte goes over, probably a dirty finish, and then Brie retires.
She says she wrestled to the summer.
Oh, so maybe she gets the title run then.
She gets that WrestleMania.
A face title run, yeah.
It's better. I'm going with Charlotte.
Charlotte goes over. That's what I think too.
And Brie announces a rematch clause on next night on Raw.
Okay, that sounds cool.
You, Jane?
I won't.
Yeah,
I don't. You know what? Oh, I guess Charlotte.
I refuse to support Brie
just
because she's married of who she's married to. That's sexist.
That it is sexist for her to. Yeah.
Pulling the trigger on this Brie run is kind of like. Was like this in their face. You have to. This what's hot right now.
They have to use it now. Yeah,
you're
right.
Brian, it's kind of like the trap music sound right now in rap.
So you got
to use it. It's what's hot right now.
I saw an interview with I say an interview. It was the people. It was Noisy, the People versus Push T, where he's reading his own YouTube comments about his videos, and he's talking about that. He's like, you got to embrace what's new. Like you can't just hate on it. Like. He's like, I'm in the club every night listening to what's new. Like, you gotta embrace new stuff so you stay fresh and relevant. And if Pusha says that, then
And he's a very smart MC too.
Oh,
so
he's a very
he does, MC. But what he does, he incorporated, but he has his own style, like his own style.
Well, because no matter what, it sounds like Push.
Yeah,
first,
it's authentic Pusha.
Yeah,
it always brings back to that clip sound.
Because he's talking about his real, I say real, his kayfabe shit, rap kayfabe. What else? What other matches are on the card?
Okay, this is the most exciting one. Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks versus Team Bad, Naomi and Tamina.
Oh man, I know that Becky and Sasha's going over.
I hope so. Yeah.
I could see a Team Bad.
Just because they need a rub. They can cheat to win too.
Like if Becky and Sasha loses, how does it hurt them? It's a tag team match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you're right. And plus, it gives them juice to turn on one another. Then you got a Sasha Becky match.
It's written in the stars that we're getting a triple threat match at 32.
Oh man, women's triple threat match for the title at 32.
Yeah,
and we know who goes over in that.
Sasha.
It's got to be
Sasha.
Or Becky. Or Becky.
You've got two people who could go over in that.
But Sasha is ready now.
Happy with. Yeah, now's the time for Sasha.
The microwave has just dinged. It's time to get your food.
Yeah, you got to get Sasha out of the microwave for sure.
You know, it will burn up.
Right, and Becky's underdog status is valuable. You know, she's a good underdog, and if she has a title, she can't be an underdog anymore. So yeah, let Sasha go over, and then that's the story going from WrestleMania to SummerSlam is Becky Lynch trying to get over, trying to get the title.
Yeah.
Who knows? That's if Sasha goes over Fastlane. Okay, the match I'm most excited about. Yeah, we're at 106 now. That's fine though.
Okay.
We can go over a few minutes. People listen.
We're just talking. Just let it go.
They love it.
Okay.
They love
Gotta
it.
get the people what they want.
So we're going. Okay, you're going with Lynch and Banks.
Yeah.
Back in.
I'm going. My mind says Sasha and Becky, but my heart is telling me Team Bad can probably.
And Team Bad can cheat to win.
Team Bad.
And I love Sasha. Hey,
over.
Sasha. Hey, baby.
And they can,
yeah.
they can lose without Sasha getting a clean pin. That's fine with me. I just don't ever want to see Sasha. I want to see Sasha's continued protection.
Go straight to the moon.
She's been protected for so long though.
She has. Has she lost some television match yet?
She has not lost a television match
but she lost
to anyone but Bayley since she got the women's championship in NXT. Seriously.
That's the real streak.
Yeah. No. She's probably the most protected wrestler on the roster.
AJ Styles has a question about that too.
AJ Styles hasn't had a title match either.
But he beat Chris Jericho on his first Raw. That's a title match in its own right.
Yeah.
One of the best performances in the history.
He won the I beat Chris Jericho in my debut match title.
And Chris Jericho's the IWC darling, Hall of Fame darling.
Yeah, he is IWC Hall of Fame forever and ever. I love Chris Jericho, dude. He's so cool.
Dad.
He's the coolest dad. He's
Uncle Jesse.
Christmas lights.
That's what he is, Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse from Full House. Oh my God, he is. Jane, are you hearing this? Yep.
He's John.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm shaking my head for
Chris Jericho is John Stamos.
Chris Jericho and John Stamos.
They have the same hair too.
Chris Jericho cannot hold a candle to John Stamos.
You mean in a wrestling match?
John Stamos and Chris Jericho
match.
In the Full House match. Who wins? Who's going over?
I mean, the face.
Well, I know somebody who can bring down the walls of the Full House.
Who?
So.
Oh.
Who?
It.
Walls of Jericho. Baby.
I'm in the Full House, baby.
Okay, but who wins that match?
That is the one. AJ Styles versus
Styles,
Chris
Jericho.
We skip Kevin Owens.
Styles.
Oh, Kevin Owens is fighting Dolph Ziggler in a title match.
Yeah, Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler.
They are never going to put that title on Dolph Ziggler ever again. And he just got it.
He just beat Dean, a hot Dean on Raw. So why wouldn't he go? Why would Kevin Owens win? Kevin Owens would win.
Yeah, Kevin Owens,
right?
All right, and I think AJ's going to win this match.
Yeah, he wins. Unless we get a rematch at 32. That could be a filler feud.
Oh, filler feud at 32.
Until you
and plus, think about that paycheck.
Yeah.
I like this segment on SmackDown where he threw the mic at Jericho after he jumped him and was like, all right, now what do you say? When he's like, no match, no. And so he's like, there's nothing you can say that would make me change my mind. So then AJ jumps him. That's pretty solid. AJ's looking like a solid dude who doesn't take shit. I like it.
I like it too.
Anyway, We managed to talk about rap stuff that wasn't Kanye.
No, we got one more.
What?
Titans of the WWE versus
the
Wyatts.
Yeah, the Titans versus the Wyatts.
When did Ryback become a Titan?
When they changed him to look like Goldberg again.
Who goes over? Who you got?
I hope the Wyatts go over. It looks like it could be them. They got a cool video package on SmackDown. Jane hates the Wyatts.
Okay, so she's.
I think the Wyatts are a complete waste of time and my listening capabilities.
I'm going Wyatts too.
I think Bray Wyatt doesn't make any sense when he talks. He starts talking, and then beyond that, all I hear is something like white noise, and then he leaves the screen.
I love Bray because like every time he talks, I feel like he's like foreshadowing something that's going to happen soon. It might not be tonight. It might be next month. It could be anytime, but it's going to happen.
I don't hear. It's gobbledygook to me.
Yeah, but the thing is if they don't ever pull the trigger on it, like.
He already said in the interview though this past.
What's that?
He wants to be WWE champion, and he said he wants to win the Royal Rumble. And when somebody says that, I felt the passion when I was reading, like in those words. He wants that push, and I think it's time.
God, that push though. Oh,
he
gosh,
can be the
think
next
about
Undertaker.
How much talking?
They could tweak it a little bit, and he's been a little bit more concise.
And he hasn't been on TV. Has he?
He really hasn't.
He really hasn't been on TV as much, which is great.
Keep him off TV. Let the family do the fighting for him. Yeah, dude. And he's got one of the best wrestlers in the WE as a henchman, man.
Bray reminds me of a friend. I told you this before. Bray reminds me of a friend who's like, he's a bad friend. He's horrible. He does bad things. He's the smartest shit. He dropped out, and he has mind control over these dumb, big men.
Yeah.
These big bullies in the school.
And they're just like, he's so smart. We're going to do whatever he says. But one of them looks like, one of them's Luke Harper, man. I'm not big on Strowman. I could give or take Eric Rowan. Something about him, he just doesn't get
Luke
me.
Is the man.
But Luke Harper is the man, dude.
He's the fan favorite.
But
Luke,
yeah, I like Luke Harper. Why not?
Like I've said before, he looks like he was raised in a truck stop by alligators.
Yeah.
He's so scary, and I love him.
But those three kind of remind me of like the Shield. Like Luke is like the Seth Rollins of that, because Braun Strowman's the face with Roman Reigns and Eric Roman, and he's not more like Dean, but he could fit that role, Eric. Yeah,
they try to repackage him to look crazy. The thing is like, unlike Luke Harper, Eric Rowan does not look scary. He looks like a sweet man.
He looks scary to me.
Compared to Luke Harper, he does not look scary.
Luke Harper is crazy.
If you ran into Luke Harper in a bar, he would genuinely terrify
Luke Harper in the alley.
If I ran into Luke Harper in a bar, I'd probably start chatting him up because he probably wouldn't be dressed all crazy.
True.
But I'm saying if you ran into the character Luke Harper.
That would be gross.
Gross and horrifying.
And scary.
Yeah, very scary.
Are you guys still up in there with Braun?
I don't like him, period.
Big Show kind of sold me on the podcast. He's steadily. Did you watch the podcast?
He has a weird face.
He's steadily growing.
He has a weird face.
He's getting better.
And weird hair.
Well, he's supposed to.
And
his character.
I hate the way he wears the tank top tucked in to the pants.
A polite truck driver.
I don't like the pants. I didn't like any part of the concept.
Right, you know what? We
are. He looks like a drunken baby man.
He's supposed to. He's like it's like Master Blaster from the third Mad Max movie, Beyond Thunderdome. It's like he's a big dumb idiot who's muscle for a psychotic person. But anyway, we're at an hour and 15 minutes, so we should probably, call it a day.
What? It's time.
Anyway, so thank you for listening. If you're listening, thank you. We are on Twitter, r_w_connection. RW Connection. Rap and Wrestling Tumblr, Rap and Wrestling at Gmail.
Yes.
Rocky, you're handling all of that stuff.
Yeah, we're handling all that stuff.
That's
under construction.
Under construction. All right.
Still working.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep you posted on that. We're going to be on SoundCloud every week until we find a new home, a little more permanent home. But for now, thank you for listening to episode 3 of Rap and Wrestling. Let's sign out with our customary woo! Woo!
Woo! Shit, they took my fucking stage off of SNL without acting. And I'm lost. That Airtail split, fake ass. Y'all ain't gonna do this. We breaking the motherfucking internet. I'm by 50%, dead or alive, by 50% for the next 1,000 years. Stanley Kubrick, yay.